Did somebody try to kill Jbird and Dennys intentionally?
Dang.
Take them right off of planet Earth?
Y'all got a hit on you?
We talk about a lot of stuff.
Who'd you piss off?
That's always the question. We always go through the list.
Who'd I piss off?
We go through that
Yeah.
list as well.
Right.
We have to go through a few lists. There's so many suspects.
It would certainly suck if I said something and got both of you killed.
If somebody did murder me or kill me, it would take a bit of time because there's at least 5 people it could be easily.
Take some time, huh, to sort it out?
I think it would, yeah. Even y'all would be suspects.
Us? No.
Everybody, oh my gosh. You watch Dateline, everyone you're close to is always a suspect.
We love you, Puddin'.
You're a suspect until you're not.
I got an alibi. I stay busy.
You do have an alibi.
I am rarely at home by myself. I wish I was home by myself. It never ever happens.
So where were you, and how did they try to remove you from the planet, Bird?
West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Me and Sweet Nanny's walking, as we tend to do.
What street?
I'm not good with streets. It had a lane, cars were driving, and it was in West Palm Beach.
So, yeah, it's in my neighborhood.
It's his neighborhood.
Oh, his neighborhood. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I need context.
Okay, I got you.
Were you on Clematis?
No, we were in Sweet Daddy's neighborhood, and this big old black SUV is heading right towards us, and it's not going. Kind of like a star heading right towards the ground. It's flying right towards us, and me and Danny's going, man, that thing is heading towards us. It was there long enough to where we talked about it.
We saw it on the approach.
And you're like, wow, it's aiming right for us.
Yes, we're going, what's going on? And
Well,
it's
were you on the sidewalk or the street?
So we were in between the sidewalk and the street. So I was walking my dog. So Bird will join me on walks, just so I don't have to. I go, you can chill at the house, and I'll be back in 15 minutes, or you can walk with me. So we've been doing it as kind of a therapy.
You like to hold hands.
We like to take a nice romantic walk, a stroll, if you will.
I will say, I do look forward to our walks.
I know you do, Puddin'.
So we were walking, and I was trying to get the dog to pee. We'll swing in and out between the sidewalk and the swale, just if she shows any interest and stuff. And we're standing there, and we see it coming, and we're just chatting and nothing of it.
It's a big black SUV.
Yeah,
giant.
Female driving.
Oh, boy.
Female driving, that I know for sure.
That's not good.
It looked like one person in the car. These are the deets.
So we start joking about it. If it came for us, what would we do? And it just kept coming for us to the point where it got close, where I ran off the side with the dog.
I dove on the
Bird
ground.
jumps.
That's how close it
That's
came.
how close it got.
It came right up on
Then
us.
it kept on driving.
It
Never to be
veered.
seen again.
It veered last second and just continued. I mean, we were shook from it.
Now, was that murder, or did they drop a cigarette on their crotch?
They weren't looking.
Or was the murderer smoking?
There's so many questions. We don't know. It was enough to make me die, enough to make him take the dog and
Run.
scamper.
This happens a lot. I think people are on their phone now a lot. And so they're looking down at their phone. They're not paying attention. They look up and they realize, oh, crap, I'm on the sidewalk.
We're paranoid anyway. Mm-hmm. There's people that, you know.
You always have to watch, and there's just between drivers who are not doing the right thing and even pedestrians who are not doing the right thing. We go to work early in the morning. It's pitch black dark outside. You know those bike lanes they have?
Yes.
And all they have is those little bumps that kind of create a barrier. There was a couple, and they were wearing completely black clothing, and they were walking into traffic in the bike lane.
Oh, boy.
Part. And we didn't even see him until you would have, if we would have somehow veered, or if we were a distracted driver or whatever, and you would have veered into the bike lane, which, you know, you would have hit one of those little bumps, but it's not going to stop you. You would have seen them right as you hit them.
Yeah, because I'm already seeing some chatter with this. We were not in the street. We were on the side of the road where cars are not supposed to be. They drove towards us, swerved towards us. We dove. They swerved back into the road and kept driving. That's why we're going, did someone do that on purpose?
That's the only reason we thought it was it seemed blatant.
It seemed blatant, and it seemed like it was deliberate.
And then there was no apology or anything.
You've had a female stalker.
We start to ask questions.
Did she get a new car? Because it's not the same car you've been stalked in before.
She's been in 4 different kind of cars since this whole debacle's been going on. I don't think it was her though, because it didn't kind of look like her. It did look like a female though. But is that part of her crew,
Yeah.
or is it just a bad driver? Is this something Virginia said?
It makes you look like a nerd though when you're jumping out of the way of something. It was definitely
thank
not expected.
Goodness you were jumping and moving, otherwise you would have got hit.
We're in the middle of talking about the moon and the universe. We're so locked in to what we're talking about.
Chatting and walking.
Talking about the moon.
Why we are here.
Yeah.
Well,
let's just hope it was an accident and there's not somebody that's actually out there actively gunning to end your lives.
So here's what we got. We've got female between the ages of 18 and 55, black, shiny SUV, and it had 4 wheels.
Okay.
That's what we got.
She'll probably be caught here in the next 10 minutes.
That narrows it down so much.
Well, there is no secret that driving in Florida is very dangerous. In fact, according to a new national survey, Florida has the worst drivers in the entire country.
Dang.
For a gazillion different reasons. My big thought is that you throw so many people of various ages in here and so many people from various places, and each place seems to have its own driving style. Yet here in South Florida, it's a hodgepodge of all those styles, and nobody knows really what the rules of the road are. And then you throw a roundabout at somebody, and it's complete chaos. They say 20% of our drivers in Florida are uninsured. That is 54% higher than the national average. So we got a lot of people that when they plow you, they can't pay for it.
Wow, that's a big number.
That is a huge number. That's a big number over the national average. They say Jacksonville is home to the worst drivers in the United States. They're leading the state of Florida with 165% more driving deaths than the national average. Again, 165% higher traffic fatalities in Jacksonville than the rest of the country.
Florida has a lot of those horrific numbers that number 1 in the nation. You go, and it's Florida.
It's a dangerous state. It really is.
It's never number 1 in Florida. It's always number 1 in the nation.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so let's see if you guys can figure out. These are the most common causes of Florida car accidents. What do you think would be in the top 8? Virginia, do you have a guess?
I do. Distracted driving.
You're going to go with distracted driving.
It's how my daughter took out a whole row of mailboxes. So
that's right.
I know all too well what it costs to fix distracted driving.
A row of mailboxes or just one?
Oh, yeah. When she hits mailboxes, she makes sure to go for at least 3 of them that have a concrete base to do the most damage possible to a Mazda.
That's hard to do. 3 mailboxes.
We're overachievers in our family.
She's good. She did it. She did it right. All mailboxes shiver when they see her driving down the road.
Oh my God.
Here she comes. All survey says yes. And at number 3, texting while driving. I'll give you credit for that, Virginia.
Okay, yeah, she won't admit it, but I think that's what she was doing.
Okay. Bird, you have a guess. Most common causes of Florida car accidents. What's it going to be?
Eating a big old messy hoagie.
Eating a big old messy hoagie.
Eating.
Or just eating.
Food.
Eating while driving. Survey says.
What?
Yep. Did not make the top 8. I know you eat and drive.
I just find this odd. South Florida, we love to eat. I don't know. All right.
Okay, Virginia, what do you think? What else might happen here? Most common causes of Florida car accidents.
Speeding.
Gonna go with speeding. Okay, speeding. How you feel about that? Survey says, yeah, that is the number 1 answer. Number 1 answer is speeding. Most common cause of Florida car accidents is your speeding. Okay, Bird, Virginia's crushing you so far. Let's see what you got here. Most common causes of Florida car accidents are?
Trying to get a little frisky during driving time?
Okay, frisky during driving time. Survey says?
What? This list is bunk.
I think your guesses are bunk.
Wait, you don't have meatball sub on there?
You're not getting frisky while you drive?
Hoagies didn't make the list?
You don't have a bowl of spaghetti?
Oh, this is crazy. There's no
Stupid
way.
list. Kev, you're not getting action while you drive?
There's no way.
Kevin's not even getting action at home.
All right, Virginia, what do you think? What's another common cause of Florida car accidents?
Speeding, distracted driving, old people.
Old people, survey says. No, old people didn't make the list.
Damn
All right,
it.
Bird, let's see if you can get a point here. What do you think?
I don't want to play anymore. No.
He took his Happy Meal toys and he's going home.
How about this?
Yeah.
Balding tires.
Balding tires, he says. Balding tires survey says. Oh, that's your third strike and you're out.
Damn it.
3 guesses.
Those are terrible guesses. I'm so sorry. Please send Kevin the hate email.
Speeding number 1, failing to obey a traffic light is 2. You're texting while driving is 3. Then you have drunk driving and driving while high at 4 and 5.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that.
Bad weather is in at number 6. Think about those storms we have in the summertime and people don't know how to handle it.
And then you mix that with the balding tires, and then that's a disaster. So it's sort of plays.
What if the driver's balding?
Triple.
Falling asleep behind the wheel is number 7.
Damn, that's horrifying.
At least 1 in 25 adults in Florida admitted to feeling sleepy at the wheel in the past month alone.
Got the scar to prove it, bro. Mm-hmm. I woke up in the woods. It was a long time ago. I learned to adjust. If I'm sleepy, get off the road.
And number 8 for the most common cause of Florida car accidents, animals in the road. It just seems like they keep increasing, too, between squirrels, iguanas. My wife didn't even see an iguana. She thought it was a paper bag. It just kaboom.
That happened to me. I hit an iguana, too.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
And
It is.
they're getting bigger, too.
Yeah,
it's
they
not
are.
like they're little.
They're growing.
People are feeding them pizza.
Yep. People are trying to swerve around them. Alligators, raccoons, bears, and opossums all made the list of animals to look out for.
I had to slam on the brakes this morning. I almost took out a cute bunny, but I love bunnies, and I would have probably not been at work today if I would have hit that bunny.
But isn't that funny? If it was an iguana, you'd be in here bragging.
I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I don't love iguanas, but I love bunnies.
Iguanas love South Florida.
They do,
They're
yeah.
thriving.
Yeah, they really are. They're like, this place is paradise. We're doing great here. Some of the other things that probably lend to why we have so many accidents in South Florida, 43% of Americans slow down to rubberneck when they see a car crash.
Yes.
That's the most frustrating thing. It's like, my gosh, you don't have to gawk. Just keep your eyes forward, keep going, and we're going to have 2 of these.
I did that one time. Wow, what time was I? I don't even know how to tell that story. If I told, it's too horrific. Never mind. Little kids.
You ran, you're out.
I know. It's only 7:30. It's a horrific story.
Okay, all right. Well, kids, you just got spared with a horrific story.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who wants to cry on their way to school? Not me.
It's not the podcast. It's dark.
Okay. 19% of Americans said driving angry is a regular thing for them. How many stories have we had here recently about people pulling out guns, shooting into cars in Florida traffic? I can think of 3 in the last week and a half.
I was just talking to somebody who specializes in meditation, and they're trying to write up a whole program of meditating about the getting angry in traffic because it's such a problem with people. People get so mad, almost like tech rage. They're going to this person for problems, saying, "I can't control my anger when I'm in traffic, and it's bothering me."
Wow.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It
Don't
is
drive
a real
Road rage
thing.
is a thing.
Yeah, no doubt, especially here in South Florida. And, you see the way some people drive. I get why you get upset. Man, we just about saw an accident over the weekend. There's a car ahead of us and just took a wild swerve, like a truck came right at him. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't know how they avoided not crashing into the truck or into the barrier that they got forced into, but somehow miraculous they didn't. And I looked over and there was a car right there in the middle of 95 with its flashers on stopped.
Oh my God.
That's how I got into my 7-car pile
I'm
up.
just like, what
That's what
are we
happened.
doing? Like, how does that happen? If you're running out of gas, you start to feel that, right? And so you pull off to the side. How do you just stop? And they were in the middle lane, 4 lanes of I-95, and they're in the middle lane, stopped with their flashers on.
That's suicide.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
What the heck, man?
That place by Lake Worth 6th Avenue, there's not a lot of lighting there. And it was raining out. They left their truck in the middle of the left-hand lane on I-95. And
Wow.
it caused a 7-car pileup. The police could not believe we were alive.
Wow.
It is. It's almost a sudden death move.
Yeah, just crazy. Well, Suits has got the authority of traffic. Suits, anything to add here to the discussion?
It's just crazy out there. Twice in the last 2 days that I've been driving to and from work, I almost got wiped out by somebody on the road in the exact same way. where I was driving on 95, and people, they don't even look into a lane when they change lanes.
Yeah, right.
Someone ran you off the road?
Twice.
Wait a
in
minute.
2 days.
Hold on. So me and Dennys got run off the road yesterday when we were on foot. He gets run off the road twice
Somebody's
in a
got a
week.
hit list.
They got different cars each time, too. I was on 95,
They're
and I
good.
was in the HOV lane, and I was completely alongside this car, and they just completely came into my lane. I blared on the horn. They did not
Yeah.
stop. I mean, you have to go onto the shoulder to avoid these people. And then this morning, I actually got hit.
You did?
Coming into work. I don't know how there's no damage on my car. I didn't even realize he hit me at first. But a pickup truck just came into my lane on 45th when I was about to make the right turn. And again, I honked, didn't stop.
Yeah.
I barely swerved. And when I pulled into my spot, I realized my mirror was shoved in. I didn't even notice it.
He
but
hit your mirror.
There was no damage, thank God. But
Yeah.
it's insane out there.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
it
what this
is.
reminds me of, and you guys probably didn't see it. You need to look into it. There's a horror movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer. And this is just the recipe of that kind of movie right now.
Creepy.
You got hacked. You got hacked. I'm getting run off the road. Dennys, Suits.
They're after us.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Someone's a little suspect right now.
All right. We're marked for death.
Well, she says a lot of crazy stuff on the air.
I
Does.
do.
Why aren't they trying to kill her? She seems like she's safe and fine.
Plot twist. She hired them all. She's trying to take us out. She wants her own show.
Whoa. I saw it on Facebook. The Virginia Sinicki show's posted in live.
All the signs were there.
I wouldn't even listen to that show.